Hello everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to continue our studies on simple equations, and we're going to be seeing how to solve problems that involve brackets in equations. Okay, so this is how the examples or questions or problems will look like, this way, and then you'll be asked to solve. So to solve means we should find the value of the unknown, like I will always say. Okay, this is equal to 0. All right, so there are two particular things that are involved here. One is how to open up the bracket. Of course, this is what would have done under factorization of algebraic expressions. So, and basically, how does it work? If I have x into the bracket of a plus b, so what this means is that when I open this bracket, my x is going to multiply. Bracket means multiplication. Is going to multiply a and then also multiply b, and then any other term that is inside the bracket. So this is going to give us x times a will be ax. Then you bring down your sign the way it is, and then x times b will give you bx. And so that's what opening of brackets is all about. So you open the bracket, and then the second thing you require is the collection of like terms, which I also mentioned in our previous video. So collecting like terms is that you look for terms that have the same variables, and then you collect them together either by addition or subtraction, and then you simplify. So let's quickly go into it. So this one says we should solve the following equations. And so the first thing I do here is to open up this bracket. And so I'm going to have 7 multiplying 5n and also multiplying 4. Okay, so this is going to give us 35n, and then 7 times, of course, you bring down this minus sign, and 7 times 4 is 28. And another way you could see that is 7 times minus 4 will be minus 28. Okay, if we do the same thing here, your minus 10, negative 10 will multiply 3n and also multiply negative 2. Okay, so if we do that, negative 10 times 3n will be negative 30. Of course, number will multiply number, then you just bring down the alphabet. Okay, negative 30, and then we have negative 10 multiplying negative 2. Minus times minus will give us plus, and that will be plus 20. Meanwhile, I should take note of that somewhere. If you have plus times plus is equal to plus, when like signs multiply, they give you plus. So if you have minus times minus, it is still plus. So like signs, minus and plus and plus, minus and minus will always give you plus. Then when you have opposite signs multiplying, like plus times minus, it will give you minus, and then minus times plus will also give you minus. Okay, so please take note of that. Okay, so if you have finished this, everything now is equal to 0. So the next thing, like I said, is a collection of like terms. So, and when we do that, the ones that have n will come together, and then the ones that don't have n can go to the other side if we want. And so we'll have 35 n minus 30n. Remember, this n did not cross equality, so the sign will remain. Okay, and this is equal to 0. Of course, the whole of others will come to the other side. Minus 28 crossing equality will become plus 28, and then my positive 20 crossing will become negative 20. Okay, this is going to give us 35n minus 30n. You just do 35 minus 30, and that will give you 5. So bring down your n here, and this is equal to 28 minus 20 is 8. So by the time we apply that first approach, which is to divide, if you have multiplication, you divide to get your n alone. So this will cancel 5 here. Therefore, our n is simply equal to 8 all over 5. And what about example 2? Quickly, let's look at it. So here we'll bring down this the way it is. So we have about 2 major brackets here. So we first of all deal with the ones inside, the bracket inside. So we'll just bring down this minus and then still open this other bracket. But the one inside will now, multiply it out. So 3 will multiply 1 and then also multiply x. And so when that happens, you're going to have 3 multiplying 1 will be 3, and 3 multiplying x will be 3x. So you bring down that. And finally, you also bring down here, which is minus 2x. So you see, we now have only one bracket and everything is equal to 3. Okay, so from here now, we are going to have that this is the same thing as 3x. So the next thing is now to open up this bracket, and when you're doing that, the minus sign outside here will multiply everything inside. And so minus times 3 will be minus 3, times 3x will be minus 3x, minus multiplying minus 2 will give us plus. Remember, minus times minus is plus. And so everything is equal to 3. Okay, so and what am I going to do? Instead of collecting like terms and writing another line, I can just collect and add at the same time. So this is 3x minus 3x plus 2x. So this is going to take away this. So I will just have only 2x left. And that's equal to my 3 is already on the right hand side. I bring it down and do minus 3 now crossing over. I will have plus 3. I think that's all. And so we just have 2x is equal to 6. And so when you divide both sides by 2 now to get your x alone, we'll have that our x is equal to what? 3. Okay, and so for example 3 now, what do we have? So we first of all open up the bracket, you recall. So 4 will multiply 3y to give us 12y. 4 into minus 1 is minus 4, and that is equal to, we bring down 11y and then we have minus, okay, 3 minus 3 times y will give us minus 3y, and then minus 3 multiplying minus 4 will be plus 12. Okay, so here the next, like I said, is to collect like terms, and that is going to give us 12y, and then of course these two joining together, that's 11 minus 3 is 8. And so when that 8 crosses over, it becomes negative 8y, and this is equal to the 12 is already here, so we bring it, and then minus 4 crossing over becomes positive 4. Okay, and that's going to give us 12 minus 8 is 4y, and that's equal to 16. And so when we divide both sides by the coefficient of y, and of course this will take away this, therefore our y is equal to what? 4. Okay, so finally here we have that our 0 is equal to, now we try to open up the bracket, negative here will multiply through. Remember, when minus goes into positive 2p, we will have negative 2p. And then when minus also goes into uh, negative 17, we will have plus 17. We try to collect like terms, and p is on the right hand side and it's negative, so we try to move it to the other side. So when it comes over, it becomes positive 2p. When it adds to 0, it will still be 2p, and that is going to give us 5 plus 17, which is equal to 22. And so we'll just quickly divide both sides by 2, and when we do that, our p therefore is equal to 11. Okay, so that's the process of solving linear equations or simple equations involving brackets. So you remember the steps. You first of all open up the bracket. What the principle we actually use here, which takes its course in math operations generally, is the board mass. Bracket will always be first. So you open up the brackets first, then if there are like terms, you collect them, you simplify and make your variable to be alone, and that gives you the solution. All right, so as we end this lesson, there are exercises here. You have to solve these equations, get the values of x in one and the value of m in the value of x and m in one and two. Okay, this is where we end it for this video. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do like and share this video to your friends and colleagues. We'll see you in our next content. Bye.